we have seen through the example, we have taken two values of f1 and f2, and what is the actual fact? Frequency वाढले की required height of antenna it is increased or reduced?
Reduce.
Reduced. So we have seen that with the help of two examples. Similarly, in this slide, the same thing it is given. You can just refer it for your more information. So here I will repeat it once again. Height of antenna, the equation is wavelength divided by 4. So wavelength is equal to C by F. So C is nothing but it is the speed of light in air. So we have here also two frequencies are taken. F1 is taken as 10 kilohertz. For that lambda 1 it is 30,000 meter. You can solve that actually afterwards. F1 ची value जर 10 kilohertz असेल तर for that the wavelength we are taking it as C by F1. So it is coming as 30,000 meter. And for this value of F1, what will be the required height of antenna? Wavelength divided by 4. आपण काय घेतलं होतं? Yesterday we have seen height of antenna is equal to, directly we have taken the equation. What equation we have taken? C by 4F. इथं काय केलेलं आहे? फक्त आधी लॅम्बडा 1 ची व्हॅल्यू कॅल्क्युलेट केलेली आहे and then that lambda 1 is divided by 4. मग जेव्हा F1 ची व्हॅल्यू 10 किलोहर्ट्ज आहे तेव्हा किती येते इथं? रिक्वायर्ड हाईट ऑफ अँटेना यू कॅन सी इन द PPT. What is the required height of antenna for that frequency? What is the value? What is the value? Required height of antenna? Hello?
72.
Okay. So it is 7500 meter or we can say 7500 meter. हा झाला पहिल्या frequency साठी. In second point what is done? Another frequency is considered as 1 megahertz. So if f is 1 megahertz, expected wavelength it is given by C by f2. So wavelength ची value किती आली इथं? 300 meter. आणि next it is height of antenna is given by wavelength divided by 4. So what is the required height of antenna for 1 megahertz? 75
75
meter. So
meter.
you can see here the difference. F1 ची व्हॅल्यू जेव्हा 10 किलोहर्ट्ज आहे तेव्हा required height of antenna is 7500 meter, and when frequency is increased in the second example as 1 megahertz, for that the required height of antenna is reduced up to 75 meter. मग consider the third example. जर मी frequency ची व्हॅल्यू 1 gigahertz केली तर again it will be reducing by 10 raised to minus 3. In the reverse manner it will increase. So what we can conclude from yesterday's example and this example, that height of antenna is reduced as the frequency is increasing. And in modulation we are increasing or decreasing the frequency of signal? Modulation मध्ये काय करतो आपण?
increasing
We
frequency.
are increasing frequency of the signal, कारण आपण modulating signal ला carrier सोबत combine करतो. म्हणजे as a result frequency of the signal is increased. So because of use of modulation the required height of antenna it is reduced. जर आपण modulation केलं नाही तर whatever is required height of antenna, that value will be very high, which is practically not feasible to implement. Okay, because if you see small antenna it is easy to install, whereas it is not possible to reduce. आता for example पहिल्या example मध्ये किती आली आहे required height of antenna? 7500 meter. So it is around 7.5 kilometer. Practically it is not possible to implement antenna of that height. So to reduce the height of antenna we have to use the modulation method. Is that first point clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now we will see the second point. What is the second point? To reduce or to use the modulation. दुसरं कुठलं reason दिलेलं आहे याच्यामध्ये? काय आहे second point?
Avoid mixing of.
Avoids the mixing of signal. Okay. So to understand this point, first we will see what is the explanation given below that particular point. Now we have seen the concept of baseband communication and carrier communication in the previous lecture. So can anybody tell what is the difference in baseband communication and carrier communication system? किंवा मला फक्त एवढं सांगा, बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टीम आणि कॅरियर कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टीम आपण कंपेअर केली तर कुठल्या सिस्टीम मध्ये फ्रिक्वेन्सी जास्त असणार आहे, बेसबँड मध्ये का कॅरियर सिस्टीम मध्ये?
कॅरियर सिस्टीम.
कॅरियर कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टीम मध्ये फ्रिक्वेन्सी जास्त असणार आहे. सो बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशन मीन्स it is the communication in which only baseband signal is transmitted. So baseband signal is nothing but it is modulating signal, or it is also called as information signal or the message signal. And when we say the carrier communication, that carrier communication is using the carrier signal as well as the modulating signal. That is the concept of carrier communication. So here what is given, if okay, you just see that paragraph. If the baseband sound signals are transmitted without using the modulation by more than one transmitter, then all the signals will be in the same frequency range, that is 0 to 20 kilohertz. Okay, so you first understand that whatever is the baseband signal frequency range, okay, you can note down that in the notebook. Whatever is the range of baseband communication or the range of baseband signal is from 0 hertz to 20 kilohertz. आपला जो बेसबँड सिग्नल असतो त्याची फ्रिक्वेन्सी रेंज काय आहे, 0 हर्ट्स टू 20 किलोहर्ट्ज. सो इट विल नॉट बी ग्रेटर दॅन 20 किलोहर्ट्ज. बेसबँड सिग्नलची फ्रिक्वेन्सी ऑब्विसली काय असणार आहे, फ्रिक्वेन्सी ऑफ बेसबँड सिग्नल विल बी लेस. मग त्या फ्रिक्वेन्सीची रेंज किती असते स्टँडर्ड? व्हॉट इज द स्टँडर्ड रेंज फॉर फ्रिक्वेन्सी ऑफ बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशन? व्हॉट इज गिवन? रेंज किती दिली आहे तिथे बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशनची?
0 to 20 kilohertz.
लक्षात घ्या, मॉड्युलेटिंग सिग्नलची जनरल रेंज दॅट इज बिटवीन 0 to 20 किलोहर्ट्ज. मग सपोज आय एम ट्रान्समिटिंग 10 signals, only baseband signal, and that I am transmitting without any modulation method. So if that 10 signals I am transmitting without any modulation, all the signals will be in which frequency range? Suppose एकाची 1 आहे, 1 kilohertz आहे, एकाची 10 आहे, एकाची 5 आहे, and one is having 15 kilohertz. So if I am transmitting it without any modulation, all the signals will be in the which frequency range? 0 to 20 kilohertz. Means, are you getting? Whatever is the number of signals in that range, that will be increased because we are not doing any modulation. Modulation करत नाही म्हणजे त्याच्या frequency मध्ये change होत नाही. So if more number of signals are there, all the signals will be combined in the which frequency range? 0 to 20 kilohertz. किंवा आपण सिंपल शब्दामध्ये त्याला म्हणू शकतो, सगळ्या सिग्नलची गर्दी कुठल्या रेंज मध्ये होणार आहे? 0 to 20 kilohertz. Suppose 20 signals are there. All the signals you have to compulsory transmit through the range of 0 to 20 kilohertz. मग त्यामुळे काय होतं, जर एकाच रेंज मध्ये जास्त सिग्नल असतील तर the probability of mixing the signal with each other, that will be obviously increased. Are you getting that point? बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशन, ओके, बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशन आपण यूज करतो फक्त, म्हणजे आपण सिग्नलची फ्रिक्वेन्सी वाढवत नाही. त्यामुळं जी युज्युअल रेंज आहे बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशनची 0 to 20 किलोहर्ट्ज, त्याच रेंजमध्ये सगळ्या सिग्नलचं मिक्सिंग होण्याची प्रोबॅबिलिटी जास्त असते. हे कधी होतं, जेव्हा आपण मॉड्युलेशन करत नाही. बट वेन वी डू मॉड्युलेशन, व्हॉट वी आर डुईंग टेक्निकली? Suppose first signal is X. So if I am doing modulation, frequency of that signal X will be, screen is visible?
No, ma'am.
No,
Okay,
ma'am.
then you should have told, no? One minute. You tell me in between if it is interrupted. Now it is visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so during explanation it was visible or not?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so here the same points are given. If the baseband communication system, or if the signals are transmitted as it is without modulation, the frequency range of the baseband communication is 0 to 20 kilohertz. So without modulation, if that signals are transmitted, all will be transmitted in which range? 0 to 20 kilohertz. त्यामुळे जर 10 सिग्नल मी बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशन मध्ये ट्रान्समिट केले तर 10 चे 10 सिग्नल कुठल्या रेंज मध्ये ट्रान्समिट होतील? 0 to 20 kilohertz. So
20
in
kilohertz.
that, probability of mixing of that signal it is increased. Okay, that is simple concept. तुम्ही जर 10 सिग्नल एकाच रेंज मधून केले ट्रान्समिट तर त्याची प्रोबॅबिलिटी जी आहे मिक्सिंगची, दॅट प्रोबॅबिलिटी इट इज मोर. बट मी जेव्हा मॉड्युलेशन करते, सो व्हेन वी आर डुईंग मॉड्युलेशन करतो म्हणजेच काय करतो आपण? वी आर चेंजिंग फ्रिक्वेन्सी ऑफ दॅट पर्टिक्युलर सिग्नल. सपोज इनिशियल फ्रिक्वेन्सी ऑफ द सिग्नल इट इज 1 किलोहर्ट्ज बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशन मध्ये, पण मॉड्युलेशन केल्यानंतर त्याची फ्रिक्वेन्सी 1 किलोहर्ट्ज राहील का? इट विल नॉट रिमेन सेम. ऑब्विसली द फ्रिक्वेन्सी ऑफ द सिग्नल इज गोइंग टू बी इनक्रीज. मग समजा 1 किलोहर्ट्ज मॉड्युलेटिंग सिग्नल आहे, त्याला जर मी कॅरियर वापरला 30 किलोहर्ट्ज, तर तो 1 किलोहर्ट्जचा सिग्नल कुठं शिफ्ट होईल फ्रिक्वेन्सी रेंज मध्ये? पहिल्यांदा 1 किलोहर्ट्जला आहे जर मी मॉड्युलेशन नाही केलं तर. बट इफ वी डू मॉड्युलेशन वेअर द शिफ्टिंग ऑफ द सिग्नल विल टेक प्लेस 1 किलोहर्ट्जला जर मी 30 किलोहर्ट्ज सोबत मॉड्युलेट केलं तर त्याची रिझल्टंट फ्रिक्वेन्सी काय असणार आहे? इनिशियल फ्रिक्वेन्सीची शिफ्ट होऊन कुठं जाईल ती? 30 kilohertzला. Means I have reduced one signal now which is in the range of 0 to 20 kilohertz. Similarly, दूसरा एक modulating signal आहे. Suppose the frequency of another modulating signal is 2 kilohertz. Without modulation तो कुठल्या रेंज मध्ये असणार आहे? 0 to 20 kilohertz. After doing modulation, जर मी कॅरियर वापरला त्याला 32 kilohertz. So it will be shifted from from 2 kilohertz to 32 kilohertz. So in this way, every time if we do the modulation, we are shifting the frequency of the signal from its original frequency place to new frequency place. Obviously जी carrier ची frequency आहे ती 20 kilohertz पेक्षा आहे. Usually it is more. So if we do modulation, indirectly we are changing frequency place of the signal. म्हणजे 10 सिग्नल होते बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशन मधले, त्यातल्या मी समजा 5 सिग्नलचं मॉड्युलेशन केलं तर ते 5 सिग्नल काय होतील? that 5 signals will change its place from its original place to the
Ma'am, screen is not visible.
screen is, I will present it once. Now it is visible?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I am telling, initially suppose 10 signals असतील बेसबँड च्या रेंज मध्ये, त्यापैकी 5 सिग्नलचं मी मॉड्युलेशन केलं तर ऑब्विसली ते 5 सिग्नल कुठं जातील? इट विल नॉट बी इन द रेंज ऑफ 0 to 20 kilohertz. Their position will be changed, and now the number of signals will be reduced from 10 to 5. 5 सिग्नलचं मॉड्युलेशन केलं तर मग त्या 0 to 20 kilohertz सिग्नल रेंज मध्ये किती सिग्नल प्रेझेंट राहतील? How many signals will be there in that range now? If 5 signals I am shifting, how many signals will remain from 10 in the baseband frequency range? Only 5 will remain. Okay, so I will explain it. Just 1 minute. I will explain you on the page so that you will have more idea. Okay. So I am now making the video on. Okay, whether the page is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
आता मी काय सांगते इथं बघा, लक्षात घ्या कन्सेप्ट. बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशनची जी रेंज आहे ती किती आहे? रेंज आता आपण सांगितली पीपीटी मध्ये 0
0
to
to 20 kilohertz.
20 किलोहर्ट्ज. म्हणजे सपोज आता माझे 5 सिग्नल आहेत, ए बी सी डी ई. ह्या मॉड्युलेटिंग सिग्नलची फ्रिक्वेन्सी आहे 1 किलोहर्ट्ज, बी ची आहे 2. युनिट लिहित नाही मी, सगळीकडे एव्हरीवेअर द युनिट इट इज किलोहर्ट्ज. बी ची किती आहे? 2 kilohertz. C is having 3 kilohertz, D is having 4, and E is having 5 kilohertz. Okay. So in that case, if I am not doing modulation, ही जर रेंज मी धरली 0 to 20 किलोहर्ट्ज. इथं फ्रिक्वेन्सी कन्सिडर करा ह्या ऍक्सेस वरती. काय कन्सिडर करतोय आपण? फ्रिक्वेन्सी. सो इफ मॉड्युलेशन इज नॉट युज्ड, और हा सिग्नल कुठं असेल आपला 1 हर्ट्जला, 1 किलो हर्ट्जला. इथं ए, इथं कुठला असेल बी, इथं कुठला आहे सी, डी अँड ई. एक्झॅक्ट स्केल काढत नाहीये मी, फक्त कन्सेप्ट साठी ड्रॉ करते, लक्षात घ्या. मग हा 0 to 20 किलो हर्ट्जच्या रेंजमध्ये आहे. आता ह्या 5 सिग्नलची पोझिशन सध्या कुठं आहे? हा, डोंट प्रेझेंट युअर स्क्रीन लक्ष्मण. 5 सिग्नल्स आर हॅव्हिंग रेंज इन बेस बँड रेंज. ही जी रेंज आहे 0 to 20 किलो हर्ट्ज, ह्याला काय म्हणू आपण? बेस बँड कम्युनिकेशन रेंज. दॅट इज 0 to 20 किलो हर्ट्ज. 5 सिग्नल इथं आहेत. प्रोबॅबिलिटी ऑफ दॅट मिक्सिंग सिग्नल इट इज मोर. नाव इफ आय डू मॉड्युलेशन, म्हणजे सपोज मी ए ह्या सिग्नलचं मॉड्युलेशन केलं. ए ह्या सिग्नलची ओरिजिनल फ्रिक्वेन्सी म्हणजे काय झाली त्याची? मॉड्युलेटिंग फ्रिक्वेन्सी. किती आहे एच्या फ्रिक्वेन्सीची व्हॅल्यू? 1 किलो हर्ट्ज. आता ह्याचं मी मॉड्युलेशन करते, मीन्स आय एम युजिंग सम अनदर कॅरियर frequency. So let us say carrier frequency. Now what is the value of carrier frequency? It is usually greater than 20 kilohertz. त्यामुळेच आपण कॅरियरची फ्रिक्वेन्सी काय घेतो? 20 kilohertz पेक्षा जास्त घेतो. Let us say our FC1 is equal to 30 kilohertz. पहिल्या सिग्नल साठी जो मी कॅरियर सिग्नल घेतलाय त्याची फ्रिक्वेन्सी आपण घेतली 30 kilohertz. Now when I do modulation, what will happen? आता ए हा सिग्नलची इनिशियल पोझिशन काय आहे? 1 किलो हर्ट्ज. पण आफ्टर मॉड्युलेशन व्हॉट इज द रिझल्टंट फ्रिक्वेन्सी ऑफ ए? ए ची फ्रिक्वेन्सी कुठे शिफ्ट होईल मॉड्युलेशन केल्यानंतर? इट विल बी ऑब्विसली शिफ्टेड टू 30 किलो हर्ट्ज. म्हणजे ह्या फ्रिक्वेन्सी रेंज मधला हा सिग्नल काय होईल? इथून हा चेंज होईल. अँड व्हेअर इट विल बी लोकेटेड समवेअर व्हेअर इट इज 30 किलो हर्ट्ज. मग ह्याचं मॉड्युलेशन केल्यामुळं हा काय झाला? बेस बँड कम्युनिकेशनच्या रेंज मधून शिफ्ट होऊन इट इज शिफ्टेड टू सम अनदर फ्रिक्वेन्सी पॉइंट. कशामुळे त्याचं शिफ्टिंग झालं? बिकॉज वी हॅव डन इट्स मॉड्युलेशन. आर यू गेटिंग दॅट पॉइंट? हा, येस. आर यू गेटिंग ऑर नॉट?
येस.
आता सिमिलरली जर मी पॉइंट बी चं मॉड्युलेशन केलं, व्हॉट विल बी मॉड्युलेटिंग फ्रिक्वेन्सी फॉर पॉइंट बी? FM इज इक्वल टू 2 किलो हर्ट्ज. याच्यासाठी जर मी कॅरियर घ्यायचं असेल ऑब्विसली इट विल बी हायर व्हॅल्यू. लेट अस से इट इज 32 किलो हर्ट्ज. कॅरियर घेतलाय 32 किलो हर्ट्ज. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस मॉड्युलेशन, now what will be the resultant frequency of resultant frequency of this point B?
34 kilohertz.
32.
34.
मॅडम क्लिअर आहे, ब्लर दिसतंय, नीट दिसत नाही.
आता दिसतंय का नीट? Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Resultant frequency of B will be now 32 kilohertz. म्हणजे आता इथं हा B हा पॉइंट काय होईल? It will be shifted from this B to some another frequency point. Let us say it is 32 kilohertz. म्हणजे आता 5 सिग्नल होते, त्यातले किती राहिले इथं ह्या रेंज मध्ये? 3. Because we have done modulation of 2 signals. Means what we can say, because of modulation of the signal, frequency of the signal is increasing. So they are changing their position from this baseband communication range to some higher frequency रेंज. म्हणजे ऑब्विसली ह्या फ्रिक्वेन्सी रेंज मधले नंबर ऑफ सिग्नल्स काय होतील मॉड्युलेशन मुळे? वेदर इट विल बी इन्क्रीज्ड ऑर रिड्यूस्ड?
Increase, ma'am.
ह्या रेंज मधले सिग्नल
रेडिओ
it will be obviously reduced. Means if more number of signals are there, probability of mixing of the signal is more, and if less number of signals are there, that is reducing the probability of mixing of the signal. That is the explanation of second point. So what is the second need for modulation? कुठला point बघतोय आपण हा second point? To avoid
Mixing of signal.
to avoid
Mixing
the
of
mixing of the
signal.
signal. समजतोय का point? Mixing कधी होतं सिग्नलचं? जेव्हा बेसबँड कम्युनिकेशन रेंज. What is the range of baseband communication?
0 to
0 to
20.
20 kilohertz.
0 to 20 kilohertz. ह्या रेंज मध्ये जर मॉड्युलेशन केलं नाही तर all the signals will be in this range. Or what we can say, more number of signals are crowded in this particular range. But when we do modulation, the signals are shifting their frequency from original point to some new point, and that is obviously outside the baseband communication range. And because of that, number of signals in this particular range are reduced, and so the probability of mixing of the signal it is increased. Is it clear? So this explanation you have to write. You are not supposed to draw the diagram in the exam. Just you can write the theoretical point, whatever I have shown in the PPT. Okay. So whatever are the points shown in the PPT, I will show it once again. That points only you are supposed to write in the exam. This explanation you have to write. Screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So same thing it is given. If so I will read the second paragraph. Hence, if each baseband sound signal is used to modulate a different carrier, then they will occupy the different slots in the frequency domain with some different channels. Thus, modulation avoids the mixing of the signal. Is that point clear? Second point?
No.
Who is saying no? Shall I repeat it? Shall I repeat it? You can message in the chat box. Okay, so I will repeat it once again. In baseband communication, we are not doing the modulation. So whatever are the signals, those are in the range of 0 to 20 kilohertz. Let us say 10 signals are there. But all the 10 signals we have to transmit from 0 to 20 kilohertz in the same range only. And because of that, probability of mixing of the signal it is increased. So if we do modulation, what happens? Frequency position of that signals it is changing. So as the frequency position it is changing, obviously the signal will be reduced or it will be removed from the baseband range to some another frequency range. And because of that, number of signals in the baseband communication range will be reduced and probability of mixing of the signal it is reduced. That's why it is given, if we do modulation, it avoids the probability of mixing of the signal. That is the second point. Okay, just who was saying no? Can you repeat please? What point is not understood? Yes. Others, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So still if anybody is not replying or having any problem to discuss in group, you can discuss with me afterwards. Okay. So second point it is to avoid the mixing of the signal. So first 2 points we have covered: reduction in the height of antenna, and second it is avoids the mixing of the signal. Now the third point it is, what is third point in need of modulation?
Increasing the range of
Using the range of communication.
Okay, so the third point it is increase in the range of communication. So that we will see what is the concept. Because of modulation, the range of communication it is increased. So how it is increased, that we will see. So what is given here? Just go through that. The frequency of baseband signal is low. It is quite obvious. The frequency of modulating signal it is low, and the low frequency signals cannot travel for long distance when they are transmitted, and they are heavily attenuated. Okay, are you getting this point? Attenuation means what we have explained. Attenuation means what? Basic terms आपण बघितल्यात. What is the meaning of attenuation? What is the meaning of attenuation? Hello?
Loss of signal.
Loss of the signal. Okay. So what is the given first point? That baseband signal is having low frequency. So strength of the signal it is low. So they cannot travel for long distance transmission, and in that case they are heavily attenuated. Okay, that is the first point. Then the attenuation reduces with increase in the frequency of the transmitted signal and as they travel for the longer distances. Okay, then the modulation process increases the frequency of the signal to be transmitted. Therefore, screen गेलं. Okay, I will present it. Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the third point? Simply I am explaining. Increase in the range of communication. Now the range of communication is increased here by considering 2 points. Okay. So simply I will explain. काय अर्थ होतो थर्ड पॉइंटचा? मॉड्युलेशन मुळे कम्युनिकेशनची रेंज काय होते? इन्क्रीज होते. सो रेंज ऑफ द कम्युनिकेशन इज इन्क्रीज्ड in two things. What we can say, range of communication is increased in two types. First type it is, आता मॉड्युलेशन आपण करतो. मॉड्युलेशन मुळे ऑब्विसली काय होतं? सिग्नलचं लॉंग डिस्टन्स ट्रान्समिशन कॅपॅबिलिटी ऑफ द सिग्नल इट इज long distance transmission capability of the signal is increased. मॉड्युलेशन मुळे काय होतं? सिग्नलची जी लॉंग डिस्टन्स ट्रान्समिशन कॅपॅबिलिटी आहे ती इन्क्रीज होते. ऑब्विसली बिकॉज ऑफ कॅपॅबिलिटी इन्क्रीज, रेंज ऑफ द कम्युनिकेशन इज इन्क्रीज. दॅट इज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट. ओके, सो I will explain it here on page. 1 minute. Okay, whether the page is visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
आता तिसरा पॉइंट बघतोय आपण. रेंज ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन इज इन्क्रीज बिकॉज ऑफ यूज ऑफ द मॉड्युलेशन. मग ही रेंज ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन इट इज इन्क्रीज्ड इन टू टाइप्स किंवा दोन पद्धतीने कम्युनिकेशनची रेंज वाढली असं आपण म्हणू शकतो. फर्स्ट, मॉड्युलेशन मुळे काय होतं? इट इज इन्क्रीजिंग द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द सिग्नल. Modulation is increasing strength of the signal, so it can transmit for long distance with less losses. समजून घ्या काय सांगते मी. मॉड्युलेशन मुळे सिग्नलची स्ट्रेंथ वाढते. सिग्नलची स्ट्रेंथ वाढल्यामुळे काय होतं? इट कॅन ट्रान्समिट फॉर लॉंग डिस्टन्स विथ लेस लॉसेस. दॅट इज क्लिअर? So as the losses are reduced, we can say that range of the communication it is increased. म्हणजे एखादा सिग्नल जर मॉड्युलेशन केलं नाही तर तो 1 किलोमीटर पर्यंत ट्रान्समिट होऊ शकतो. बट आफ्टर डुईंग द मॉड्युलेशन इट कॅन ट्रान्समिट अप टू 5 किलोमीटर्स, 10 किलोमीटर्स बिकॉज स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द सिग्नल इट इज इन्क्रीज. आणि त्याची स्ट्रेंथ वाढल्यामुळे त्याचा ट्रान्समिशन डिस्टन्सचा जो कव्हरेज एरिया आहे तो एरिया सुद्धा काय होतो त्या केसमध्ये? Coverage area will be increased or reduced because of modulation. Increase. त्यामुळे आपण म्हणू शकतो की मॉड्युलेशन मुळे कम्युनिकेशनची रेंज वाढते. मग पहिली रेंज ही मी कुठल्या पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यू ने म्हणते? ट्रान्समिशन डिस्टन्स. सिग्नलचं जे ट्रान्समिशन डिस्टन्स आहे ते डिस्टन्स काय होतं? मॉड्युलेशन मुळे इन्क्रीज होतं. इज इट क्लिअर? फर्स्ट रेंज इज इन्क्रीज इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिस्टन्स. आणि सेकंड काय म्हणू शकते मी? रेंज ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन इज इन्क्रीज इन टर्म्स ऑफ द फ्रिक्वेन्सी. एखादा सिग्नल आहे, सपोज दिस इज द फ्रिक्वेन्सी रेंज 1 किलोहर्ट्ज टू 5 किलोहर्ट्ज. ही फ्रिक्वेन्सी रेंज आहे एखाद्या सिस्टीमची. मग त्या सिग्नलची ओरिजिनल फ्रिक्वेन्सी आहे 3 किलोहर्ट्ज. मग विदाउट मॉड्युलेशन तो कुठल्या रेंजमध्ये ट्रान्समिट होतोय फक्त 1 किलोहर्ट्ज ते 50 kilohertz. But when we do modulation, obviously frequency of the signal it is increased. So because of increase in the frequency also we can say that range of communication it is increased. Are you getting that? Simple points आहे, त्याला कुठलं इक्वेशन किंवा जास्त डिस्क्रिप्शन नाहीये. रेंज ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन वाढते कम्युनिकेशनमुळे. कुठल्या टर्म्स मध्ये वाढते? पहिलं जे आहे सिग्नलची स्ट्रेंथ वाढल्यामुळे ट्रान्समिशन डिस्टन्स ऑफ द सिग्नल इज increased. So that is first increase in the range of communication. And what is second point? Frequency range of the communication is also increasing because the modulation is increasing the frequency of the particular signal. So ह्या पॉइंटचं एक्सप्लेनेशन ह्या दोन टाइपला कन्सिडर करून लिहायचं. That transmission distance is increasing as well as the frequency of the signal is increasing. So we can say because of modulation, range of communication is increased. Is it clear? Hello? Is that point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the explanation for the third point. So same it is given here. Whatever are the PPTs, in the same point it is explained that okay. So in baseband signal, as the frequency is low, as the transmission distance is increased, the losses will be increased if we are transmitting it without modulation. And if you transmit it with the modulation, the losses will be reduced because strength of the signal it is increasing. And second point it is the modulation process increases the frequency of the signal to be transmitted. Therefore, it is increasing the range of the communication. Okay, that is the third point in the need of modulation. Now, the fourth point in the need of modulation is multiplexing is possible. Okay, so now new concept we are going to consider, that is called as the multiplexing. So does anybody know what is the meaning of multiplexing? Have you heard that word multiplexing of the signal? What is the concept of multiplexing? Multiplexing means what? No, 1 minute. Screen is visible?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fourth point it is multiplexing is possible. So what is the concept of multiplexing that we will see first? You may not be knowing. Multiplexing is a process in which two or more signals can be transmitted over the same communication channel simultaneously. That is called as the multiplexing. So understand it in the simple concept. What is the concept of multiplexing? So if we consider the concept of multiplexing, multiplexingचा अर्थ काय होतो? We are transmitting more than one signals along a single channel. Now consider that suppose two signals are there, signal A and B. Without multiplexing, how I will transmit it? हा signal A जो आहे, that I will give it to the channel 1. So obviously here it will be transmitter and here it will be receiver. And signal B I will give to another channel, that is channel 2. हा मी channel 1 ला दिला, हा मी channel 2 ला दिला. And both signals I am transmitting. Means I am using two separate channels for two different signals. Now take the third signal. Let us say that is signal C. So again I have to use one more channel for that. Channel 3 I will give it to the receiver. Consider another signal, signal D. It will be transmitted through channel 4 and it will be given to the receiver. असे जर मला पुढे 10 सिग्नल ट्रान्समिट करायचे असतील तर मला काय यूज करावं लागेल त्या केसमध्ये? Let us say up to I, or let us consider there are 10 signals. So I have to use how many number of channels for that? 10 सिग्नल जर मला ट्रान्समिट करायचे असतील तर I have to use 10 separate channels for each signal. So what will be the problem in that case? काय होईल त्या केसमध्ये 10 सेपरेट चॅनल जर यूज करायचे असतील प्रत्येक सिग्नल साठी तर what will be the drawback because of that? Screen is visible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
1 minute. 1 minute. What will be the drawback of that? प्रत्येक चॅनलचा नॉइज आपण बघितलंय की जेव्हा एखादी ट्रान्समिशन होतं एखाद्या सिग्नलचं बेसिक ब्लॉक डायग्राम बघितली आपण. हा ट्रान्समीटर आहे, हा रिसिव्हर आहे अँड दिस इज द चॅनल. मग प्रत्येक चॅनल मध्ये काय होतं ट्रान्समिशन प्रोसेस मध्ये नॉइज ऍड होतो. मग 10 सेपरेट चॅनल जर मी यूज केले तर प्रत्येक चॅनल मधला नॉइज हा काय असणार आहे? दॅट नॉइज विल बी डिफरंट. सो सपोज चॅनल 1 मधला नॉइज N1 आहे, चॅनल 2 मधला N2 आहे. म्हणजे काय होईल ह्या 10 चॅनल मधला नॉइज त्या सगळ्याची ऍडिशन आपल्याला कन्सिडर करावी लागेल त्या पर्टिक्युलर सिस्टीम मध्ये. हा झाला पहिला ड्रॉबॅक. 10 सेपरेट चॅनल यूज केले तर प्रत्येक चॅनल मधला नॉइज हा जो आहे that noise will be separate and resultant noise will be more. That is first drawback. Another thing, if 10 separate channels we are using, we have to take separate care of all that channels. म्हणजे प्रत्येक चॅनलचे इन्स्टॉलेशन किंवा त्याची मेंटेनन्स कॉस्ट, that cost will be also increased. Are you getting that point? Simple example I have also given previously. If 10 people you have to go from Pandharpur to Solapur, and if all of you are going on separate bike, 10 bikes will be required total. म्हणजे प्रत्येक बाईकचा पेट्रोलचा खर्च हा सेपरेट येणार आहे त्या केसमध्ये. सो ऑब्वियसली द कॉस्ट ऑफ दॅट सिस्टीम विल बी इन्क्रीज्ड अँड 10 people are transmitting at a time. रस्त्यावरचं ट्रॅफिक पण काय होतं त्या केसमध्ये? ट्रॅफिक इज ऑल्सो इन्क्रीज. म्हणजे आपण जर सेपरेट चॅनल यूज केले तर मोर नंबर ऑफ चॅनल्स विल बी रिक्वायर्ड. each channel has its own cost, each channel is having separate noise. मग ती सिस्टीम डिझाईन काय होते त्या केसमध्ये? इट बिकम्स मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स. समजतोय का पॉईंट तुम्हाला? आर यू गेटिंग दॅट? हॅलो.
Yes, ma'am.
So in multiplexing what we are doing, instead of transmitting the every signal with single channel, we are combining the signal. आता सपोज मी 4 सिग्नलचंच एक्झाम्पल घेतलं, 4च घेऊया. तर मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग मध्ये काय करतो आपण? these 4 signals we are combining together and we are transmitting that combined signal along a single channel. म्हणजे प्रत्येक सिग्नल हा वेगळ्या चॅनल थ्रू ट्रान्समिट करण्याच्या ऐवजी आय एम डुईंग इट्स कॉम्बिनेशन or I am combining these 4 signals and that combined signal I am transmitting through a single channel, and that process it is called as the multiplexing process. Simple शब्दामध्ये लक्षात घ्या, multiplexing is nothing but combining the more number of signals and transmitting it along a single channel. That process it is called as the multiplexing process. मग काय होतं मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग मुळे? What are the advantages? Vaishnavi, have you taken screenshots? Vaishnavi is there?
Yes, ma'am, I have taken.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, what is the advantage of multiplexing? काय होईल मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग मुळे? 10 चॅनलच्या ऐवजी किंवा ह्या केसमध्ये आधी 4 चॅनल यूज केले होते. मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग केल्यामुळे काय होईल? Instead of 4, we have to use only 1 channel. So, because of that, whatever is amount of noise that will be reduced. आणि 4 चॅनलचा मेंटेनन्स करण्याच्या ऐवजी किंवा instead of looking after these 4 channels, you can do your work with the help of this 1 channel only. That is the concept of the multiplexing. Are you getting that point? Multiplexing means what? Hello, समजतोय का मल्टिप्लेक्सिंगचा कन्सेप्ट? मीनाक्षी?
Yes, ma'am.
So instead of combining all the, instead of transmitting each signal through each channel, you are combining that signals and transmitting it along a single channel. त्या प्रोसेसला आपण म्हणतो मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग. मग मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग केल्यामुळं सिस्टीम मधले नंबर ऑफ चॅनल्स कमी होतात, त्यामुळं रिझल्टंट नॉइज सुद्धा कमी होतो. अँड ॲज अ फायनल result whatever is complexity of the system, that complexity is also reduced. That's why we are using multiplexing in communication system. मग मल्टिप्लेक्सिंगचे दोन टाइप बघायचे ह्या चॅप्टर मध्ये आपल्याला. लास्टच्या पॉइंट मध्ये दोन टाइपचं मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग होतं in analog communication. One is frequency division multiplexing and another it is time division multiplexing. So we will see that concepts later, but just now you understand the concept of the multiplexing. So is it clear, multiplexing concept? So
Yes, ma'am.
in modulation or in communication system we are using the multiplexing, and this multiplexing is giving better performance if we do the modulation of the signal before the multiplexing of the signal. म्हणजे विदाउट मॉड्युलेशन सुद्धा तुम्ही सिग्नलचं मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग करू शकता, but if first you are doing modulation of the signal and then you are doing multiplexing of that signals, in that case the result of the particular system it is good. That is the concept of fourth point. Multiplexing is possible or multiplexing is more effective after doing modulation of the particular signals. Okay, so I will read that points once again. Multiplexing is a process in which two or more signals can be transmitted over the same communication channel simultaneously. So when two or more signals are transmitted over the same communication channel simultaneously, and it is possible only with the modulation process. So without modulation also sometimes it can be done, but the effect of the system it is not more as compared if we do first modulation and then we are doing the multiplexing. Okay, then the multiplexing allows the same channel to be used by many signals. Hence many television channels can use the same frequency range without getting mixed with each other, or different frequency signals can be transmitted at the same time. हे आपण बघूया जेव्हा आपण frequency division multiplexing बघू. At that time you will be understanding that how without mixing of the frequencies, how you can transmit different frequency range signal along a single channel. आता फक्त एवढं लक्षात ठेवा, multiplexing मध्ये it is the process of combining more number of signals and transmitting it along a single channel. That is the concept of multiplexing. And if we do the modulation, that process is useful for this multiplexing task. Is that point clear? Multiplexing concept is understood?
Yes, madam.
And now the fourth point it is, it improves the quality of the reception. आता ह्या सगळ्या चार पॉइंटचं कॉम्बिनेशन, that is nothing but it is the point number 5. Obviously मॉड्युलेशन मुळे रिसीव्हरला मिळणाऱ्या सिग्नलची स्ट्रेंथ काय होते? What is the quality of the signal at the receiver if we do modulation? For example, if I am talking without mic in the class and if I am talking with mic in the class, which one is having more quality?
With mic.
With mic. It is quite obvious. Simple point आहे पाचवा एकदम. जर मॉड्युलेशन केलं तर सिग्नलची स्ट्रेंथ वाढते, त्यामुळे त्याचे ट्रान्समिशन डिस्टन्स रेंज सुद्धा इन्क्रीज होते. त्यामुळं एखादा सिग्नल मी ट्रान्समिट केलाय 1 किलोमीटर साठी, जर विदाउट मॉड्युलेशन ट्रान्समिट केला तर ऑब्विसली त्याची स्ट्रेंथ काय होणार आहे? कमी होईल. अँड क्वालिटी ऑफ द सिग्नल रिसिव्ड ॲट द रिसिव्हर इट इज लो. अँड इफ वी डू मॉड्युलेशन, obviously quality of the signal received at the receiver it is more. That is the first point, that modulation improves the quality of the reception. Is it clear? So these 5 points you are supposed to write in the exam. Exam मध्ये तुम्हाला क्वेश्चन येतो. Explain the need of modulation. आता याच्या आधी जे आपण डिस्कस केलं, all those points are general one. But when the particularly question is asked in the exam, explain the need of modulation. In that case, you are supposed to explain these points. That reduction in the height of antenna avoids the mixing of signals, increase in the range of communication, multiplexing is possible, and it improves the quality of the reception. Is it clear? Okay. Is it clear to all? Hello?
Ma'am.
Okay. So we will stop here. In next lecture, we will see the different types of the channels. What are the different channels of types? What are the different types of the channels that we have to see in the next lecture? Okay. So I'm ending the meeting. See you in the next lecture.